Good evening. My name is Dan Claypool. I'm the son of James H. Claypool and an alumnus of the Hill School, class of 1973. I'm joined in preparing these remarks by my brothers Jim, class of 1968, and David, the class of 1977. On behalf of all members of the family, we want to express our heartfelt thanks to the headmaster, the board of trustees, the alumni office, and the members of the selection committee for this incredible honor, inducting our father, James H. Claypool, class of 1940, into the Hill Athletic Hall of Fame. During his time as a student at the Hill, our father participated in several sports, among them football, boxing, and club ice hockey. There may have been others, but the truth is he rarely spoke of his athletic feats or his personal accomplishments. We know of no undefeated seasons, no record-setting statistics, no legendary highlight reels. What we do know is that athletics meant the world to him, not for the glory, but for the lessons they taught. How to win and lose gracefully, how to show good sportsmanship, and how to be a team player. Those lessons became guiding principles for him. And the most significant contribution he made to the world of athletics wasn't on the field, on the ice, or in the ring, but in his commitment to give back, to ensure that others had the same opportunity to grow through sport, and to keep the cycle of learning, teamwork, and growth in motion. Our father grew up in northern Minnesota. One of the unique advantages of living there is the winter. It is cold, long, and relentless, with temperatures often staying below freezing for 5 or 6 months out of the year. Some might see that as a hardship, but not Jim Claypool. For him, it was an opportunity. Winter meant naturally frozen ice surfaces. The lakes, the ponds, and the flooded school fields, they were perfect for skating. That's where his love for the sport of ice hockey began. That's where his passion for this beautiful, fast-paced, team-driven game was born. And he didn't leave that passion behind when he came to the Hill. During his time here, he joined others in forming a club ice hockey team that played on the frozen Dell Pond. He once told us that he skated without gear. They wrapped newspaper around their legs for shin guards. They used a makeshift stick and played with a heavily taped rock for a puck. And he loved every minute of it. But he also remembered the frustration of seeing the ice rendered unplayable by weather. The memory stayed with him. Years later, it became his inspiration to lead an effort working with the Hill trustees and alumni to raise funds and secure a donation of laminated wood trusses from the Weyerhaeuser Company to construct a roof over the rink. The vision became reality in 1965 with the completion of the Edward Tuck Hall covered rink, protecting the ice from the elements and ensuring a reliable, high-quality surface for generations of Hill hockey players to come. But his love for the game and for giving back didn't stop there. After managing semi-pro and Olympic teams, he turned his full attention to youth hockey. That's when the real give back began. Teaming up with civic and business leaders, he helped develop covered ice arenas across northern Minnesota. These rinks expanded access, extended the season, and introduced thousands of young athletes to the sport. I know this personally because I was one of those kids. I skated in those rinks. I played in those hockey programs, and I watched my father lead with purpose. He also organized trips to participate in out-of-state tournaments, sending local teams to New York, Washington, D.C., Michigan, and even Canada. At every step, he used hockey as a classroom to teach the same values: dignity, sportsmanship, and teamwork. And still, throughout all of this, his heart never left the Hill. He actively sought out Minnesota players who could thrive here, both on the ice and in the classroom. He invited the headmaster to Minnesota to recruit, leading to a steady flow of players who came east to don the blue and gray sweater. He even brought Hill students to Minnesota during the summer to help work building one of those arenas. And in the 70s, the Hill hockey team traveled west to win a tournament in Minnesota, bringing the program full circle. And I can tell you, this truly put a smile on his face. He never stopped believing in what the Hill stood for. He never stopped giving back. So tonight we say thank you for honoring our father's legacy, not for what he did for the game of ice hockey, but for how he lived its values. He played, he promoted, and he gave back, and he never forgot where it all began. Thank you.